Welcome, welcome, brothers and sisters. Many folks are out looking for a wellness center that they can find help with their day-to-day living. I'm Andrew. I'm a wellness coach, and I've been helping people for over 10 years with their weight goals, their balancing issues, their challenges for energy to help rise their energy. And I welcome you, and let's talk about how we can increase our wellness, let the energy flowing through us go out into the wild places, observe patterns from nature, which forming be happy songs in our hearts, like this one. Come on in, and let's go and find out how we are all our own wellness center. This will be a fun discussion. Come on in. Thanks for joining. And before we get started, right below this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. This helps more people to get this important information. And you'll see a link right below this video. If you'd go check that out, you can get a free guide which will help you and your families increase your immune system, which helps your overall wellness, and it will help you to stay strong. And in these days, it's so important. It's so important for us to keep our bodies balanced and strong. And that's what I've been teaching folks for the last 3 years through videos, and for 10 years in my wellness coach business. So health coach, wellness coach. I've helped people, like I said, I've helped people for over 10 years. So I'm excited to be doing this and reaching out to folks. And so, this is another way to reach out to folks. And I'm glad that you found us here, because this is the Hiking Druid channel. And you'll be able to stay connected with us through that link right below. And also there's a link for a Give, Send, Go fundraiser that we recently posted that's helping to raise some much needed funds to go towards a permaculture observing God flow learning center that we're putting together, and that's the goal that we're trying to get going. So if you check out that Give, Send, Go link down below the first link, then you can see information that will explain more about that. So so thanks for joining, and let's talk about some of those ideas about how you are the wellness center. Each of us, by observing patterns from nature, we form the happiness inside our hearts and become stronger in connection with the creator of all things, who, by the way, says you're the apple of his eye. And he loves you, and he says you're beautiful and wondrously made. So come on, let's talk more about increasing our wellness, staying centered, and growing stronger as we observe these amazing times that we are so blessed to be dwelling right in the right time, the right place, and we're learning so much so quickly. And why not help each other as we increase our wellness and realize that wherever we go, that's the wellness center. And we can, as we fill ourselves up with the strength that comes from being a balanced, sovereign member of mankind, then we have enough to actually reach out and help other people. And that's what I'm doing. And thanks again for being here. And we're going to have a great discussion. And this is the right time. The fact that you are watching this is proof positive that the changes that you've been feeling are leading you to find other people that are also on the same path. And this is what's so amazing about right now, is that we're all reaching out to each other and helping one another and lifting each other higher. All of us needs each of us need all of us. So welcome, welcome. The water is fine. The water is the water of life. It is truth, and truth is setting us free. Also, have you been noticing? I know that over the last few years, it has been emotional highs and lows. It's like a spiritual roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster, sort of all wrapped up in one. And as we are seeing the truth revealed more and more, it's removing the veil. It is being torn. The scales are being removed from our eyes. And the truth is powerful, and yet it can also be confusing as we're seeing many different opinions bantered around and back and forth. And then there's a lot of divide and conquer as far as what's going on with groups of folks as well. So what we need to do is stay focused on what's really important, and that is that the energies that we feel changing is because we are growing. We are growing, and we are headed towards what I like to say is onwards and upwards. We're heading towards a stronger, more aware existence, and it is very exciting, but it can also be confusing. So what we like to teach about here on this channel a lot, and there's a lot of other videos about observing those patterns from nature, the patterns in the wilderness or in a park, going for a walk, getting that sun on us to stay balanced, to strengthen our wellness. If you give your body pure water, real food, a little bit of exercise, just like a walk every day for 15 minutes to a half hour, and get that sun on you, your body knows what to do with it. So it's important. Like I said, I've helped people get that kind of balance back in their lives for many years now, and I do have lots of different techniques and products that I use that have helped me to stay balanced. And drop a note down in the if you message me down in the comments section below, or if you sign up for that free guide and get my free newsletter, then we can keep in contact better as far as how to do that. If you want more assistance with that, let me know, because I am here. I am at your service. And like I said, I have a lot of experience doing that, and I've done it for over 10 years as far as helping people to get more balanced, and to learn about better food choices and balancing and that sort of thing. So, yeah, no matter where you are, we can definitely stay in contact and move forward with your goals. So let me know if you'd like more assistance with that. But also, so if you look at my playlists on YouTube, then look for Observing God in Nature. That has a number of videos more on this subject. But let's just say, if you spend time quietly sitting in the wilderness and observing the God flow that's all around us, and it's been kept in those natural places, just really as a teaching tool for us. It's called natural law. If you've heard of natural law, that's based on observing the natural rhythms in the forest, in the desert, in wild places. You actually can observe those rhythms even in towns, but the noise and the rush pace tends to distract us. And just to let you know, that's not by accident. It was planned to do that, to pull us out from the natural God rhythm, to throw off our balance, which makes us unbalanced. And unbalanced actually used to be a term that they called insane people. They'd say that that person's unbalanced. What that represents is that you're not staying in the rhythms that our bodies are designed to exist in. And one of the signs of being not in balance for too long is being not at ease. So being worried, being stressed, right? Not sleeping well. That's being ill at ease, which is not being at ease, which is the manifestations in our bodies is dis-ease, unease, not at ease, disease. The words actually tell you and point towards the truth. Even though they have been stolen and twisted, these words tell us the truth. And once we become more and more aware through being balanced, through increasing our healthiness and our wellness, you align your body, mind, soul together. And that's how you become well once more. So there's many aspects. There's unhealthy water, there's unhealthy food, there's processed foods, processed sugars that can throw you off balance. What you put in your mind, what you think about, how often you're worrying about things that you have no control of versus making an organized effort to, make a list of goals, to be able to check them off and say, yes, I accomplished this today, to celebrate the accomplishments, to allow joy into our hearts, into our minds, to put joyful noises into us to watch happy things, not destructive things. This is how all these aspects can throw off your balance or rebalance us. It's free will. It's choice. And it takes practice. And that's why I'm reaching out to folks, because I have practiced this for over 30 years, observing the rhythms. I'm an avid hiker, so I've spent extended times. My longest hike was about a month on the Appalachian Trail. And so you develop a keen sense of the God flow in nature. As everything you have in your life, you're carrying in a backpack. You have to make very wise choices on the quality and the quantity of food that you can carry. And, you learn about nutrient-dense foods and high energy but good nutritious foods, and also just observing how animals and plants and we, members of mankind, interact in a slower, natural pace. That's how I started to even realize that these natural rhythms existed, and that this is actually how the creator of all things made us, so that we can, and this is how our living was originally intended to be, slower paced. But to twist us away from God and true reality, things were speeded up, narrowed. You have to only understand this one trade, and this is your life forever. This is all you narrow in, and and you ignore all the beauty, and you just do your job and do it great and do it consistently, and you will be rewarded. Yeah, but that steals us away from what God says we're supposed to be. See what I mean? It's not by accident. So, it is important to surround yourself with like-minded people, and that's part of what we're doing through these videos and reaching out towards each other. It's also essential to control more earnestly, be more aware of what, and be stubborn about it, what you allow, both language from the people around you. Don't let them, as Gandhi says, don't let them walk through your mind with their dirty feet. Don't let them put junk into your brain, because it will start coming back out through your mouth, the junk that other people put into your brain, which includes watching crap movies or reading trash books versus maybe occasional uplifting movie or funny thing, comedy or something, and actually books that help you to grow. Reading books that help you to grow versus what can only be called trash. There's a lot of trash. And that's also not by accident. They don't want us to keep growing. You should be growing your whole life. You should be learning your whole life. If you're not learning something new, you aren't growing. And that will help. That will definitely lead to dis-ease, being unbalanced. Because we are supposed to be at ease. and we are supposed to be surrounded by love. That is how it was intended to be, and beauty, and time to think, and prayer, or meditation, whatever you want to call it. Some time to just enjoy your children and laugh and sing and dance. Yes, you can be strong and bold and still be loving, kind, and filled with joy. That is the way that members of mankind, and that's men and women, are actually created to exist. That's why you know something's wrong when all you do is rush, 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 rush. And you try to ignore the natural rhythms by staying busy. And then you don't feel good. And then you're not balanced and you can't relax. So it is more than just one little video on YouTube that's going to turn that all around. And I have hundreds of videos, and I do have playlists that on YouTube. I'm also on Rumble, on YouTube, and BitChute, and Truth Social, and Telegram. And I think I forgot one, but that's okay. Anyway, this is because some of those on the list, YouTube, are more likely to censor information that doesn't fit the mainstream narrative. The mainstream news narrative is generally what I'm talking about there. And so sometimes when I start speaking truth and I get messages that I want to pass along from observing God in nature, natural law, and I want to speak it, sometimes I just have to post on certain platforms because certain words are unacceptable. Can you believe that in the United States of America, where we have freedom of speech, or had it, almost lost it? I think we are regaining it. We are restoring our Constitution, and that's all part of staying in balance, because the Constitution is a great balancing document that is to protect God's law, natural law, which is the rights that are spelled out in the Constitution are actually rights granted from God, from our Heavenly Papa, not granted by some politician. And just think about the word real fast, politician. This is how we become more aware, and we reprogram the lies that we were taught for 12 years in their propaganda schools, or what I call their propaganda centers. Politics or politicians. Break down the word politic. Poly means many. Tick means a blood-sucking insect. So many blood-sucking pests, right? Polyticks. Just one of hundreds once you start breaking down the words, which leads to higher comprehension of truth, which is much more relaxing. Have you folks noticed the last couple days that the energy fluctuations have been off the charts? And in an exciting way, I am very aware that things are increasingly getting clearer and better. So keep becoming more aware of wellness and your choices that you make as you're grocery shopping, as you're, choosing what movies that you're going to see, choosing the amount of time you're sitting on the couch in front of the television, the big black box. It's designed to actually put veils over your eyes. That's how it was designed. And to mesmerize you and to distract you from reality. So how long every day will you allow that to happen? Yeah, and that includes video games too. Or, being more choosy about what we're seeing on social media. Because those phones are little black boxes. They're little televisions. So you can be programming your brain with junk and you get junk out, or goodness and more awareness, and then you get better truth out that you can share with others. So those patterns from nature, when you start seeing how they interact, then you start to learn how we interact, because we are actually we were created as part of the patterns of nature, and being creative, eternal beings, our souls, we're also born with the power, which they've tried to keep from us in so many ways, that we are, because we have a little God spark within us. We are creative beings, and we can create much more of our reality than was previously thought possible. And that's where we're headed, and that's why they keep trying to divide and conquer and turn groups against each other who should be allied. And this is what the little liar has done and his minions have done for millennia. And so it should not be a surprise, as you become more aware of natural law, that there is a counterpoint to that, and that's the evil that really does exist in the world. And you cannot ignore that and actually keep your wellness balanced. You can't just pretend that the evil isn't there, and because then you're actually allowing it to exist, where we should be banishing it from our realm of existence. Does not need to include evil. It only is here because we've turned a blind eye to it. But as we become more and more aware and powerful in who we actually are, you will find out you can banish those evil little liars from around you and your family and get them out of there forever. Get them away from your house, get them away from your kids, get them away from your family, your parents, your pets, your plants. We're all connected. This is what true wellness understands and is. Okay, so it's action. It's taking action, because that's self-empowering, and then you can empower others. The Bible says your cup runs over, which means the truth flows out of you, so you can protect others, you can guide others, and that is the balancing part, because you do have a strength, a boldness, a wisdom, and a kindness that's far greater than most of us have even begun to understand. And this is the beginning. There is so much being revealed about our true inner goodness that is supposed to connect us with the natural rhythms. Also being revealed is the evil from people who've turned away from that for too far, for too long, just to empower themselves, and they don't even care who they hurt while they're doing it. And there's a certain point where you can go so far that you don't even, there's not much goodness left. And that's when you start becoming evil. I mean, people can be bad and make bad mistakes and still have a great Jesus potential, which means the potential to come back into the natural rhythms and obey natural law. You hear all this thing about legal rights and legal this and legal that. Well, a lot of things that are called legal are not actually lawful, because for so long the courts have started making laws which they aren't supposed to. They're just supposed to uphold the law, which means God's law, natural law. And instead, they've been trying to make law by passing judgments that change the law. That's legal by their twisted system, but it's not lawful. See, that's part of the awareness and the difference, the understanding difference of words, of meaning, of intention, and it's empowering. The more you can deconstruct the lies, the stronger you get. And we were meant to do that. That's why we notice patterns. That's why there's people decoding all this information. Look, our enemy has known about it for at least 6,000 years that we can historically track. I say ish, okay? But our history's been so screwed around with, who knows? I mean, that's why you need to develop discernment. And you spend time with Papa and Holy Spirit, and that's how you develop your discernment so that you can see a lie from a mile away. And this will help your wellness to strengthen and flow and become more centered and balanced. And you'll realize true living leads to true loving. Even what has been presented for the last 50 years or 100 years as what love is twisted. They've even twisted that meaning. So once you learn what true love is, and it's not like most movies talk about, it's not what sitcoms talk about on the television. It is what you can observe in the wilderness and the God flow. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and I do hope that if you enjoyed that, you'll give a thumbs up and subscribe. And also check out that link. Don't forget that link, folks. It's so important for us to stay in touch. And not only will you get a free guide, but you get my free newsletter that comes out roughly about once a month. And that is how we can keep in touch, and I can help you strengthen your wellness, improve your health, balance, and we can grow and we can get stronger together. We all help each other out, and that is a beautiful thing. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And if there's any other sort of wellness issues or challenges that you'd like to see me address, that would be a great place to let me know. And also, I look forward to meeting more of you folks, and I'll be doing another video. I'm doing a video almost once a day, just about once a day. So we'll keep growing. We'll keep going through these sometimes challenging, sometimes uplifting, amazing times. It's just incredible that we're here right now. You are here at the right time. You need to understand how important that is. Each of us are doing the work, are rising up. We're like beacons in the night for others to see. We're banishing evil. We're getting rid of the lies. This year, 2023, is a great year of exposing the lies and the evil and revealing the great truth that God intended for all of us to dwell within, with the truth, in the truth. Don't forget to spend some time inside, but don't get totally trapped inside. Give thanks to God above and talk to Holy Spirit within. It's balancing. It doesn't have to be one or the other, and it shouldn't be just one and the other. It's balancing, right? You want wellness, you want balance, you want awareness, you want boldness, wisdom, patience, and loving kindness. These are all from God. This is all how we're supposed to exist, and that we are headed towards a place where it will just be such common knowledge, but that's down the pike a little ways. That's in the future, but it's not as far away as you might think. We need to just keep doing the work, taking action, and relaxing and being joyful and surrounding ourselves with people who not only, but people who understand who God says they are and who God says we are. And more awareness of what you're putting inside and what's coming out. Because you also don't want to poison other people with poison that you've put in your mind. So, thanks again for watching. God loves you. I love you. I'm Andrew. This is the Hiking Druid channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thank you to Owl City. This song is Shooting Star by Owl City. You're a shooting star. That's who God says you are. But not this time. See you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and go do a good deed. Go give someone a big hug. Be loving, be patient, but be bold in truth. You are so well loved, and this is a beautiful new day. We found each other, and we're finding more and more folks that also want to walk in the sun. Come on, let the joy in. You're supposed to have it. It's good to have it. It's balancing, and it will increase your wellness. Don't forget to put those happy songs into your heart.